Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Today I'm going to be doing some tests on this spot welder. I mentioned this in an unpacking video, in this unpacking video here, and I said I'd be opening it live and doing some spot welds. So let's do that together and discover how well this device works. Okay, let's remove these. We don't need them right now. Manual. This is the actual device, and as you can see, it's still sealed. I haven't opened it. And then we have the cables, two cables, and we have USB to USB-C charging cable. These are two spare tips, and they actually provide a roll of I'm sure they're nickel plated strips. I have my own, but we'll start with theirs. Okay, let's remove all this out of the way. Okay. Here we go. So this is the device. Power button, USB-C, USB-A. Because this device can be used to charge other devices. That's what the USB-A is about. And the C is to actually charge the internal battery. This runs on a battery. Supposedly here are the specs. And it has a kickstand. Yeah, I like it. And these two holes is where oh, that's a tight fit. One. Oh my. Two. And let's remove the plastic from here. And there we go. Okay. Hopefully there's battery in this. Let's see. Power? No, we said the power was on top. Okay. My mistake. Try again. Okay, let's English. So you can see there is the first item is called preheat, and it's set to 1 millisecond. Pulse set to 1 millisecond. This is the default, and the INTE interval maybe 10 millisecond, and the dots 1. Okay. All right. So I went through the short instructions here. Right there, and you can freeze the screen if you wish to read it. And then here are the button operations and what the various LEDs on the left indicate. Anyway, and I also watched one video quickly just to refresh my memory. I've been charging the device because if you noticed before, there was like a red indicator here. That's it's set to 3.7 volts in the settings, the low battery warning. And so I've been charging it, and now we're up to 3.95 volts. So I think that's enough to do a bit of the testing that I want to do. So let's unplug this. Okay, and then based on what I read in the short manual, I'm going to set the preheat to 2 milliseconds, the pulse, let's say 5 seconds, interval I'm going to leave it at 10 for now, and then the dots I'm moving it up to 2, and let's see how that goes. And supposedly you only have to touch the probes, and then after a certain delay, which is set in these settings, it should automatically do the weld. So I'm going to use, let me stand this up. Oh, I knocked off the battery. Okay, I'm going to stand this up like this here. And then, let me see if this is going to be comfortable. Yeah, this will work fine. Here we go. My very first weld. Let's see how well it goes. By the way, this is a completely dead battery. It's an 18650, but it's completely dead. I mean dead, 0 volt dead. Alright, let's see how well this goes. Again, preheat is 2 millisecond, pulse is 5 millisecond, interval is 10, and the dots I set to 2. There we go.
Short voiceover to say that I am making a big mistake here, and I only discovered this towards the end of the video.
That did it. Let's see how well. Let me show you a little bit closer. You can see those 2 dots there. Let's see how solid this is. Okay, it's fairly solid, but I could easily remove it. So let's change the the pulse. Instead of 5 millisecond, I'm going to make the pulse. Oops, I'm going to make the pulse 10 milliseconds. So I'm going to double the pulse and keep everything else the same. Yeah, keep everything else the same. And let's try again. No. Alright, I'll put one of the probes to hold it in place. Okay, the spark was slightly bigger now. This is the result. Let's see if it feels more solid than before. Oh yeah, it is more solid than before. I could still remove it, but it was more solid than before. So let's see. Instead of the 10 millisecond pulse, I'm going to make it. How high does it go? It goes up to 30. Okay. Let's try 20. And the interval, instead of 10, how high does it go? It goes up to 20. Let's keep it at 10. The dots, let me move that to 3 instead of 2. So we have 2 millisecond preheat, 20 for the pulse, 10 for the interval, and 3 dots. Let's see how well that goes. And I read in the manual that you're not supposed to put too much pressure down when you're welding, just enough just to hold it. So I'm not using a lot of pressure. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2. That didn't do it. Try again. 1, 2. That didn't feel like it was solid at all. No. What's going on? The battery, no, it's still around 3.9 volts, which is okay. Do I need to use a slightly more pressure? Let's see. No. Is it giving an error? Let's see. Ah, yes, it's showing a short error. I read about that you can get that message, and some people just turn off that setting altogether. It's a setting that you can switch off. I suspect it's when the probes are too close to each other. Let me try in distance and see if it works. 1, 2. No, it's still giving short. Alright, I'm going to go into settings and let me turn that off. Short setting off. Okay, let's see if that will make it work now. One, two, oops, 2. Ah, yes, it welded. So let me see how strong this is. Okay, this is not wanting to. Okay, yeah, that took. And you can see now. This is really solid. You can see now. How am I gonna do it? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, right there. You can see the remnant of the strip there. Yeah. And I'm gonna do one more, and I'm gonna max out absolutely everything. Put the maximum on everything. Preheat 10, pulse 30, interval 20, and the dots 5. That's like everything is at the maximum that you can put it. And this is definitely the last weld. 1, 2. Oh, was it still welding while I removed my hand? Maybe I'm not waiting long enough.
And so this was the big aha moment when I discovered that the dot setting is how many times the weld is actually repeated.
Okay, wait, let me try this again. Oh my god, okay. I wasn't giving it enough time. Oh boy. So the 5 dots means it's gonna do 5 pulses. I didn't understand that until now. What an idiot. I doubt I'm gonna be able to remove this easily now. Let's see. Wow. That was super solid. Okay, so when you say 2 dots, let me put the 2 dots. So it means I need to wait for 2 pulses. Let's see. 1. So it should do 2 pulses. 2. 1, 2. Ah, okay. This is with 2 pulses. And everything else still at max. Just I reduced the dots from 5 to 2. And let's see. Yeah, you can still remove it. Alright, well I learned quite a bit, and that was silly of me not to realize that the dots meant how many times the spot welding would be done. Anyway, so after all this testing, the voltage of the battery is at 3.83, which is pretty darn good considering how many welds we've done. Well, I learned quite a bit, and I think in the future when I need to use this device, I will know a bit more what settings to use. So, and you will be seeing this device in future videos, because I do have a couple of projects that require spot welding, and so I'll be taping those at some point. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you on the next one. Bye bye.